Hello everyone. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. I didn't get to do a whole lot Sunday, and I have been trying to make videos and not getting very far. I had a very frustrating day yesterday. Hi, Linda. So I didn't get a whole lot done. I got a little bit done, but not a whole lot. And I'm trying to have a stress-free December. So I'm letting it go and moving along. And so I thought, I was thinking that I would do a little bit of work in the Meander books. Hi, Penny. Hi, Branna. Vicky. I I suggested that we do a little bit of the Meander books. I did some videos yesterday. I haven't got them uploaded yet. There's a couple more that I want to do. And I've been doing some other videos. And it's Susan and Beauty Above and Beyond. Hello. Are you new? Hi, Vicky S. Susan. Raven. Melissa. Hanover. Welcome. I'm excited for you to be here again. Hello, everyone. Catherine. Boy, it is. Shannon Green said recently in one of her videos, not recently, but not too long ago, it kind of sounds like you've been binge watching me. Well, thank you, Beauty. Thank you, thank you. What's your name? Shannon was saying when she does the live streams, it's kind of like the romper room, and you're announcing everybody's name. It is kind of funny, kind of true. Oh, thank you, Beauty. You're sweet. Hello, Debbie. So I want to just have some relaxing time. I did a video earlier today. Haven't got that up yet either. So I'm going to spend my evening trying to get some videos up, trying to do some new ones. Wednesday and Thursday are I've got a whole list of videos that I want to do. Book construction and art journaling and some gift ideas. Accordion books. I need to still do the accordion books. Hi, Joyce. So I've got a very long list of things that I want to do, and they're quick videos. So I'm kind of hoping that I will get through them, get them up, so you guys have some gift ideas, some fast and easy things to do. And so taking a break from that kind of stuff for a minute. Hi, Mitts. I want to say thank you, Mitts. I was very surprised when I saw you on Patreon. I'm flabbergasted. I want to say thank you. You're very, very sweet. Love seeing you here. And so I just wanted to take a break from making these videos, trying to get them all out here fairly quickly. And I'm just going to do some art journaling. I'm just going to work in the Anything Goes book. I've still got some blank pages. You're so sweet, Mitts. I was surprised. I was very surprised. But thank you. I appreciate it so much. I did a little bit in this. I just glued some pages. And the reason I wanted to kind of get this out again and continue on with it, I have kind of strayed away from the art journaling and being able to do it. Not that I can't do it. It's that the time, I don't have time. I'm doing the other videos and I got so busy. Hi, Betty. And Edna. I got so busy with the other videos yesterday, I forgot to do the challenge, guys. Hi, Yvonne. and I didn't realize it until I was going to bed. Oh, I didn't do the challenge. So I might just, I might do it later this week, but I apologize for not getting one up on Monday like I'd been doing. I will have to do 2 on next Monday if I don't get it up. So, I remembered late, so I apologize for that, for you guys. Hi, Claudette. So, I'm really loving the way this book is turning out. This is an anything goes book, and for a beginning art journaler, this is the perfect kind of thing to start your journey of art journaling with. This is a book where there are no such things as mistakes. It is a place to learn and experiment with your tools and your materials. It is a place where if it turns out badly, it's okay, because this book is for your eyes only. It's a place for you to learn to play with your stuff, a place to learn how to just play in general and to start enjoying the process. And that is what art journaling is all about. Hi, Gloria. Art journaling is not about the finished page. I know we all love to look at our pages when they're done, especially if they're really cool and really neat, and we just love them. But I do it a lot. I get focused on the finished page more than I do the process. And that is not what we want to do. We want to learn how to just enjoy the process. The more you enjoy the process, the more it's going to show on your art journal pages, and the more you're going to like your pages when they're finished. It's all about enjoying the process, and then comes the pretty pages. But you got to have fun doing the pages to begin with for them to be pretty at the end. And that is a lot of people miss that. I miss it quite a bit because I do focus on the end result. I'm trying to make a pretty page. I'm trying to make something that I can look at later and really enjoy. I need to stop doing that. I need to get images out of my head where I think this was what the page should look like, and just let go and just use my stuff and see what happens, and just go with the moment. Enjoy the process. Enjoy the stenciling, the stamping, putting the paint on, putting the collage on. When you start enjoying just the process, it does trickle down onto the pages, and you start getting pages that you love. And then it's not so important, because it doesn't matter what the pages are, what they look like when they're finished. What really is the most fun is actually creating the pages, and you stop worrying about what they look like in the end. But so this book, it's an anything goes book, and it is a place to start to learn what kinds of things that you like, what kind of images you like, what kind of things you like doing, what kind of processes you like to do. And this is the perfect place. It doesn't matter if things mess up. It doesn't matter if the stamp doesn't stamp correctly. It doesn't matter if you make mud. It doesn't matter, because this is our place to learn. This is our practice book. This is our experiment book. So that's what I'm going to do, is I am going to do some things for, we're going to do some things for beginning art journalers. And I know there's a lot of people out there who they watch the videos and they see how easy it is for somebody, and they get to their page and immediately it just all kind of, now what? I've opened my book, now what do I do? So we're going to do some quick little starts just to start. So Hanover says she volunteers at a drug and alcohol center doing art journaling with folks, and they love it. They use the composition books in the same way. Fabulous. Fabulous. So let me flip through this a little bit. I have a blank page here. That would be great to start something. And I don't have a bookmark. So I'll just put a pen. Well, that's going to be too thick. I'll just put a strip of paper so I can find this blank page again. It's getting pretty full, so most of my pages are getting, I don't have very many blank pages left. So a lot of these pages they're just things that don't matter. I've written a lot of notes. This is an anything goes book, and that really means that anything goes. You can try anything in your book. You can try paint or mediums or a technique that you haven't tried anyplace else just to see what it will look like. And I'm going to start joking here. Sorry, guys. Not every single experiment or try that you try is going to work. So you're going to have ugly pages in here, and that is okay. So, because it's for your eyes only, when you find something that you really like the looks of, go to an art journal and do it in the art journal, and then you already have practiced that technique a little bit, and you're going to like your art journal a whole lot more if you have an idea of what it's going to look like. All right, so in here, some of these pages, I'm not done with this yet. A great way to start an art journal is to just collect some images or collect book text or patterns or anything like that, and just glue some stuff down on the paper so that you have something in the background. I glued all these things. That's all this is stuff that's glued onto the page. And I will come back. Thank you, Melissa. She says she loves this book. I will come back to this and add some paint to it. Maybe watercolors, or maybe the sparkle sticks, or maybe some acrylic paint. But it's got a layer of stuff down here to begin with. So I don't start doing a page from start to finish. I do a little bit of something. If I'm in the mood for just gluing down images, I'll find some images and just spend some time gluing images in. If I'm in the mood to get out the paints and do that kind of stuff, I'll get paint out and I'll just add paint to the page. And then I'll glue things on top of that, and then do some stenciling on top of that. Hi, Skinny Cat. So here's some images that are just glued in, ready for some paint or some more book pages or something else. So I don't start a page from beginning and finish it all in one go. I do a little bit of something here, do a little bit of something someplace else. Here's some stuff that's just some book pages glued in, and I did some stenciling on top of that. It's not finished yet. I don't start doing something, you know, and I like my pages better when I don't have a plan in mind ahead of time, when I'm not sure exactly what it's going to turn out like. I like my pages so much more when I don't have an image in my head of what I think it should look like. And I can't stress that enough. I know, hi dust fairies, I know that a lot of people, they have something in their head, they want to put it down on the paper, and then they get disappointed that it doesn't look like what it's supposed to in their head, or what it does in their head. And that was my number one breakthrough, is getting the images of what I think my art page should look like. Get it out of my head. Just get it out of my head. I'm not going for anything in particular. I am just playing around, doing some stuff, and building on it gradually. I like my pages so much more when I do that. So here's one that needs a little bit of paint. I don't want to put paint on yet because I like to let the paint dry before I turn pages because it sticks. It really does. So I love the leaves. I love the leaves. I think this needs some paint or something in the background. I don't know. Yeah, the leaves are kind of cool. I might just leave it the way it is because this was an experiment with different kinds of the foam leaf stamps that I made, and outlining them and adding some gel pen, and it was just fun to stamp some stuff in here and then to play around with the stamps. You want me to leave it the way it is? I can do that. I'm kind of ready for this book to be finished. I do have some blank spaces and some things. I'm ready to go on to my next one. It's pretty full. I don't have a whole lot more to go. And so I think I'll work in this today. I did want to show some other things. Here's another example of an art journal, and I've been working on this one for quite a while, a couple of years. And it started out as a place for me to put some paint so I wouldn't waste the paint. If I had leftover paint, I'd brush it in here, or stencil, clean off stencils or stuff in here. And then I have been adding some collage images, doing some more stenciling and stamping in here. And this one I'd kind of like to get finished by the end of the year. I mean, there's quite a few pages that need something, but it is the same kind of thing, just gluing random little bits in the book or painting little bits, cleaning off stencils, and then adding things on top. Here's just some glued things in here. Hi, Hilda. Oh, you just bought some foam to make stamps. Stamps are a whole lot of fun to make with the fun foam. A whole lot of fun. So I am finding images to put in here, doing some stamping, and I like this one just the way it is. I don't know, I don't think it needs any focal points. I just kind of like the painted paper thingy. Hey, Amberly. So that's another one that I'm trying to get finished before the end of the year. It's been a while and it needs to be done. It needs to be done. And then I will do a flip through on that. I've got a lot of ones that I want to finish. Here's another one. I just started this one not too long ago, but it's kind of an anything goes book as well. This is more of a personal anything goes book. But I did want to show, I mean, anything goes, you're not supposed to share it with other people, so that makes it okay to mess it up and all that other stuff. You need a book that it's okay for it to be a mess. It's okay for things not to turn out. It's okay to experiment in and not to freak out about it. That's what the composition book is for me. It's a place that, you know, I can just scribble in and not worry about it. And this one is mine that I play in every once in a while. I've not had a chance to play in it in a couple of months, I think. But again, I just put down some images. I will glue, I'll get in my, I just want to glue stuff down. I've got an hour. I just want to relax with the glue stick and a stack of book pages. So I'll rip book pages and just start gluing little bits on random pieces of, or random pages. I do that with images as well. Just some random pieces of book text or images or whatever. I'm trying to find, here's a piece of scrapbook paper. That's all I did. I just glued a piece of scrapbook paper in because I liked the pattern. And I do just randomly put little bits of things in. This is a wonderful way to start an art journal. Here I put this picture. I liked the moon. Thought that was really neat. I had a piece of book text underneath. And then I came back later when I had some extra paint and just scraped some paint around the edges of this. It's not finished yet, so I'll come back to it at another time. Another just random bits of something glued in here. After a while, I will come back. I had glued these two ladies in here. I will come back and do some stenciling, do some stamping. I put some of this scrapbook paper over the edges because it was a square picture, and that square straight edge thing, I know that that drives me crazy. I don't know why I put the straight edges in there, but I put some scrapbook paper over some of the edges to kind of soften that up to make it look like it went with the page, and I think it helped a lot. And I just love that page. It's really simple. It's really doesn't have a whole lot to it, but I think I'm going to call this one done, this page done, because I just like looking at it just the way it is. So, and I've got things ready to glue in. I do stencil sometimes if I've got some extra paint. I'll come through and I'll do some stenciling, and I just started this. I haven't, this was a fun foam experiment. I got these fun foam at the Dollar Tree. I love the triangle one and love this one too. It was actually this one. If you've seen this one at the Dollar Tree, that's what these all are. Every single one of them. So they really do make great patterns. If you see them, pick them up. They're fabulous. Absolutely fabulous. So I was just playing around to see what they would do, and I just love that page too. So this is a great way to start just doing an art journal. I don't start a page with the intention of finishing it at the same time. I do a little bit of stamping, move on to another page, do a little bit of something else. And gradually, you end up with interesting backgrounds or interesting pages that you really like. Here's some images I just put in. You haven't found those sheets yet? They've been in every single Dollar Tree that I've been in. They're in the kids' craft section. So that is my little anything goes book start, and I will be working in this next year. I don't plan on finishing it anytime soon, but I am having a great time with it when I get the chance. So this is my Canson Mixed Media Journal. I don't remember where I bought the book, but it's got my first ever Journaling by FIBS pages in it. I didn't like a lot of my pages, so I lived with him for a long time and just never liked them. And I did this side. This side, I don't understand why I only did one side of each page, why I didn't do both sides. I don't know. Why didn't I do that? Hi, Button. Hi, Pink Poodle. So I haven't done anything in this for such a long time. I had been trying to make a double page spread and trying to kind of copy what I did the first time. It's a little difficult to do it that way. But I'm trying. It's kind of working out on some of the pages. But some of the pages, I love this one. I always love this one. What happened to Snow White and the Huntsman? It is around here somewhere. I need to finish that one too. There were some of these pages that I just did not like, and so I couldn't get used to them, and so I destroyed them. I just couldn't learn to like them, so I ripped off the collage bits and painted over some of them. So I'll be redoing some of those. Sometimes, you know, your pages just don't turn out the way you want them to turn out, and so you have to do what you have to do. A lot of times I will just leave them and just not look at them. But I just couldn't do that with these, so I destroyed a couple of them. This one I've taken off all the collage bits I had on there. So it happens. It happens. So I'll be redoing some of these in the near future. Doing some journaling by FIBS again. And I did try to do some more pages. This is a page that I did after the fact. And this is a page that I did from start to finish in one go. And I'm not real fond of it. It's not horrible, but it's just not one of my favorites. It's too busy, I think. It's got too much stuff. I don't know. I won't destroy this one, but it's not one of my favorites. This background is one of my favorites, though. And here's another page that I tried to do, and it just doesn't work. It just doesn't work. So what I thought I would do, maybe I'll do that now. And I think the reason this one doesn't work so much for me is because of all the straight edges of all these images that I put on this page. They feel like they're all boxed in. They're not interacting with anything else on the page. They are, hi Gippy, they are just, you know, I don't know. It's just not working for me. So what I'm going to do first, the major thing I think that I really don't like is the fact that all of these images are just put on top of the page with all these straight lines. Now I did this with a matte medium or a gel medium, so they are pretty much attached to the page. I can't get them up. So what I am going to do, I've got these circles in the background. So I am going to get my circle thing out. What circles did I use? I guess I can use that one. It looks like it's just a little bit smaller, but it's not going to matter too much. And I am going to get a Sharpie out here because it looks like I used paint or Sharpie or something. And I am going to make some more circles overlapping some of those images to kind of blend them in just a little bit to make them look a little less straight edged. And I'm going to do some of those circles off the edge too, just so that they look like they belong. Let's do one down here. One over here. Let's do one here and one kind of over that corner of that one. So it's beginning to blend those images in, but we have a long way to go. So on my background here, I used some of that large bubble wrap. And I happen to have, it's probably the piece that I used. It's got the green in it, so I probably did use that. So let me move this Anything Goes book underneath here. Just a second. So I am going to use some watercolor paint. In the teal color, just like that. But before I do that, I think I need a little bit more something on those corners. And this paper kind of blends in with that beige. I think I need a little bit of this yellowed paper. So I'm going to make some strips of this. It's old paper, so it's really brittle and doesn't want to tear the way I want it to tear. Alrighty. So I'm just going to make some strips here. Different sizes, different widths. Get quite a few out here before I start. So I have plenty to choose from. Make sure I've got no straight edges. I don't want any straight edges. I want them all to be not straight. And this brittle paper is really, really helping with that. Okay, so I've got these little strips. This page I did with matte medium, so it shines a lot because of the matte medium, which I don't necessarily like. I don't really like the way the page shines after I'm done with it, and I don't like the wetness of a matte medium. So I did this, I want to say it's been at least a year, probably a year and a half since I've done this page. And I was experimenting at the time with the matte medium, trying to get used to using it, and I just never did. It's just not something that I enjoy. So I am going to cover some of those straight edges with some of this book text. I'm just going to put stuff all over the place, over those lines, because my eye is just really distracted with those bits. So I'm just going to do this really fast. Oops. I think I need to change my page because I've got too much glue on it. All right. Try to get it off, but I don't think it's coming off. That's funny. All right. I guess I've lost that piece. Let's see. I had a nice long piece to put there, and now I don't. Can I put that one there? Yeah. Use a different spot. All right. So I'm just going to go around some of those straight edges. Actually, let's put that one down that way. And I'm just disguising those straight edges, really. I need a long one right here. How do I use buttons? I see, Vicky. Just let me know what you want to do. I'd be okay with it. Oh, you're asking that to button. I get it. I'm sorry. I will continue fixing my little straight edges here, and I made that way too straight. So, oops. I was trying to get a long piece that was kind of skinny, and it didn't work real well. So I don't want that straight edge, so I'm probably going to do something else with that. Maybe I could put it up on the top or the bottom. It was just too straight. It was an, oh, I could put it over here. That would work. All right, so let's do that. Put it over there on the straight edge. Since it's too straight. Just like that. And some of these other little pieces I would like to, I want to hide as many of these straight edges as possible. They really, really, really distract me. They distract my eye, and I just don't like the looks of them at all. So, and you can already tell that it is starting to, it's starting to look more blended. The page is looking a little bit more blended. It's looking a lot less like all these images are in their own little worlds. And they're not interacting with each other. So let's see, I need something here, and that nice thick piece would be nice there. I don't have to cover every single little line, little straight edge here, because I am going to add some paint. Let's put that. I need something thick to go over the whole thing. That's going to be good. I'm going to add paint to blend in these pieces that I'm putting on now. And that will also blend in the edges of these as well. You liked it before I did anything to it, but I didn't like it. I thought it was way too, I don't know, the images inside the collage, they weren't interacting with each other. Let me put that here. See, I need something here because that is way too straight right there, but I need it to be kind of long, but kind of skinny. So let's see if we can skinny this one up just a little bit. I got glue on my fingers. I need to get a baby wipe. So I like that little tail off of there. I like that. So let me glue that in, and let me just change my page here because I've got quite a bit of glue on there. That was my last page. It's my last page. Let me just use the back cover before I throw it away. Okay, so I need something up here. There's a lot of straight edges there, and that is too straight. I'll use that one. This one's kind of long, so I will put that one there. And I need a little bit more. Where'd I put that page? That's an interesting little image. I should save that. It looks more like Carla now. That's funny. Somebody else said that to me. Somebody said, you know what? It doesn't look like, it looked fine, but it didn't look like something that I would have done. And I agreed. I didn't like it. It wasn't something that I was really happy with. So it is feeling a little bit better now. Let me fix that little place right there. And I need something up here. That one will work. Yep, somebody said that. That's funny. Hi, Jean. Okay, and that's something on the other side too. Maybe not quite so big. What side do I like the best? Maybe that one. So I have pretty much gotten rid of most of the straight edges. I see one up there on the top that needs a little help, like that. And I think I am much happier with that. And I'm just going to add a couple of these little strips so it doesn't look so much like I tried to hide these bits. Let's put them in some random places around. Here's one more. Just in some areas that, let's see, I just want to use this one up. I'll put it right there. Okay, so I like that. Get my book page out of the way. My glue magazine in the garbage because it is done. And my watercolor back out here where I can see it with my bubble wrap. And what I'm going to do is put a little bit of water with that watercolor paint. And I am going to paint it onto this bubble wrap randomly. And I am going to add some color on top of the book page, on both sides of the page. That will blend those new book pages into the page. We're blending everything together. I might have had too much water there. So it gives the book pages a little of that color and blends them in a little bit. So that is, I'm going to leave that for now, but I do like the page a whole lot more now. It looks more blended. It looks like a full page. It doesn't look like I've just blopped down some square magazine images on the top. It kind of looks kind of like a forest now. And I may come back and do a little bit of stenciling over that later when I see what it looks like when it's dry. But I'm pretty happy with it at this point. I'm much happier with it now than I was. Okay? So there are fixes to things. And I'm going to put this aside. The main thing is, see if I can get my wet bubble wrap to the side too. The main thing is to, when you have a page that you don't like, let me get a baby wipe. My fingers are gluey. When you have a page that you don't like, you have to identify what it is that you don't like about it. And sometimes that's really difficult. As soon as you can figure out what it is that you don't like about it, you can start to figure out how to make it more something that you will like. But until you know what you don't like about a page, it's really difficult to know what to do to it. My most common thing that I do to pages that I don't like is I use straight edges in the center of the page. I don't like it. And I have stopped doing that. But at this point, I hadn't figured that out yet. I am liking that page a whole lot more. It's pretty busy, So I may have to come through and maybe add a little bit of gesso or some white paint in some places. But I'm going to see what it looks like when it's dry. How do I like to work with large focal images? Okay, so let's put this aside, let it dry, and let's get the Anything Goes book out. Large images, large focal images. Here's one that I put down this body, and then I found a head, or a half a head, for it later. I put down this magazine image, and it looked, the top is straight. Not real fond of that. But I did some crayon rubbings and some stenciling over the edges, and that blended it into the page. It's just one way to get a large image kind of blended into the rest of the page. So that is one way to do it. You can add paint. Let's see if I can find another focal image that, here's one that's got a whole bunch of straight edges. I could do the same thing with something like that. Do some doodling over. I could stencil over the edges to blend it into the page. I could add paint and blend that in. I'm not sure exactly what I want to do with that one yet. I did just put some images in here. I tell you what. On Sunday, I found a bunch of images that I wanted to use. And that one is one of them. It's for the new movie Wonder Wheel. I just loved that. So I would like to use that in something. I just love the way the image looks, so I want to use it. And so I would like to find an image that I've got some paint on. I don't like the colors there. Not real happy with that. Oh. No. No. Oh. Here's one that I did some scribble, scribble, scribble on. And I kind of like that. I kind of like that. I don't know. I'm liking it. Bye, Raven. Feel better. Hi, Linda. This one came out of one of your magazines, Linda. I'm really enjoying those magazines. I am finding all kinds of stuff. I like it. I want to use it. And I think when I took it out of the magazine, it was a corner page. It was a corner. I did tear the edge, so it's not straight on these two sides here. You can tell it's not straight, which means I'm going to like them better in my book without it being a straight edge. If I need to blend it a little bit more, I can add some paint on top of that. So I like it. So let me get another glue magazine out. Get some glue and glue it in. And I'm going to make sure that I have glue, a lot of glue on the edges. because the edges of an image will lift off first. If you have enough glue on it, it won't lift off if it's not a really thick piece of paper, like cardstock or something. Cardstock is harder to glue on. And then I'm going to take my cotton t-shirt and make sure there's no air bubbles underneath it. So I start from the edge or the center and work my way out and make sure it's all down well, that everything is touching, all the edges and things are touching the page underneath, especially the and I need to trim it because I did it too high. Darn it, because I really liked the way that looked. I didn't want to trim it, but there's no way I can get it up now. It's so well glued down. So I'm going to have to trim it, but I won't have to blend it. Yeah, I am. I'm enjoying them a lot. Deli paper would be great for blending as well. If you do, you paint on the deli paper, you can add pieces of painted papers, book pages, scrapbook paper. You can do anything, but I do like the torn edges. It's not so distracting to me, a torn edge. If it was a straight edge, I'd be trying to fix it already. Hello, Pam. Hello, Lisa. Hello, Emma. Yes, and I think it came out of a People or Entertainment Tonight. I don't know, one of those with the really thin pages. It is a movie that's coming up, and it really sounds interesting. Coney Island. Yes, this is a piece of old T-shirt. In fact, I cut up the whole T-shirt, so I have pieces of it. When it gets dirty, I wash them. I like my T-shirt to get my image all the way down on the page so it doesn't come back up again. If you burnish it really well while it's wet and you make sure that the image is really touching the piece of paper on the bottom, it shouldn't come up. If you use the right glue, the Elmer's Extreme or the Scotch Permanent glues work really well for me. And I think, I like it. I like it. So I don't know what else I want to do with it right now. I'm just going to live with it for just a little bit. I did cover up my words, scribble, scribble, scribble. So maybe I need to write my words again. Write them over the image. That kind of blends it a little bit too. Alrighty, so I've got these other images that I'd like to do something with. And sometimes I'll just glue an image in and then add paint to it. And sometimes I will find a page. Ooh. And add an image, and I think she needs to be on here. I am going to fussy tear her out. So she isn't a straight edged image. so I will like it afterwards. And I don't really want those words. I don't want the red so much. But I like all this hair, so let me go that way with it. I do like the words, so let me cut out the words. Some fish bits. Some fish bits. Okay. So, let's see here. I guess we could put the straight edge right there on the top of the page and it wouldn't look bad. I managed to get it exactly the right size. I don't know how I managed to do that. Good night, dust fairies. Have a good night. Talking about deli paper. I went and got a sandwich at my Publix the other day, and they were wrapping their sandwiches in this wonderful deli paper, and their whole pad of paper were different patterns. I was standing in line watching them wrap the sandwiches with this deli paper and was going crazy. So I got my sandwich. It says made special just for you. I got my sandwich and he wrapped it all up and he handed it to me and I said, oh, can I just get another piece of deli paper, please? And this one happened to be the next piece, my favorite one of the whole bunch. And he just gave me a piece of the deli paper that hadn't touched any food. So now I can use it for something. Isn't that cool? Publix Deli. It's the place to get this cool deli paper. I hadn't seen it before. I don't get very many sandwiches anyway, but I hadn't seen it, but I could not resist. So I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I just love it. I just love it. And that would be a great something to blend images into the page as well. I just had to say something since you're talking about it. Do you paint your deli papers? Let me turn the page here. I do like her. Ooh, I really like her on that side. I know I like the circle right here. So I'm going to glue that down because I like it. I just like it. I know a lot of people do the jelly plates with deli paper. I have yet to do that. I got a jelly plate and I have never used it. Had it for a very long time. Had it for a year, I think. Haven't had a chance to use it yet. I think I might do something with it in January. It's my birthday month and I'm gonna let myself do all kinds of stuff, spoil myself in my birthday month, and that's going to be one of the things that I need to do is I need to use my jelly plate. Oh, see, I love it. I just love it the way it is. So I'm moving on to my next image. I like it because it doesn't have any straight edges. I tore all the way around, and that really helps like an image. For me, anyway, it really does. So what else do we have? We have a lot of places that need a little bit of paint. I need to finish up this one. I like the way that started to turn out. Oh, here's a blank page. What have we got here? I think a birthday month is totally acceptable. I don't have birthdays anymore. I don't have birthdays, so I'm not getting any older, but it's my birthday month, so I get to spoil myself all month long. My birthday's in January. My favorite holiday is January 1st. It reminds me of new beginnings, I guess. I get to start over, all over again. I don't do a whole lot of resolutions or anything like that because I never stick with that. But I like the idea of beginning again, starting all over. I just like that. So the first of the year has always been one of my favorite days. And my birthday is the end of the month. So why not celebrate all month long? This image came out of Wine. What is the magazine? It's a wine magazine. Wine Spectacular or something like that. And it's got a lot of great ads in it. A birthday life. Oh, you're doing jelly plate painty papers tonight on stream. That'll be fun. Shannon Green did have a birthday year. I remember that. I was one of the persons that sent her something. Okay, so I like this, and I am going to roughly tear out all this stuff that I really don't want, and how I'm going to put it there. So I need to tear it somewhere along here. Is there anything else on there that I need? Nope, not really. Need to tear this side over here. And this little bit over here. So, take that paper clip out. Maybe I should put it on this side. Let's see. Does she fit on the page? Yeah. Let's just take a little bit more of that off. There we go. And I want that flat edge right against the edge of the page. And I want her to look into the book. She seems to be more interesting if she's looking into the book. So I am going to put that image in. I like the way that looks. We're going to do something else this time. Uh-oh. Are we running out of time yet? I forgot to look at the time. I love this image. I do. So I'm going to work with this image for a second here. Let's see. Where's my glue? Got a bunch of bits that need to be dug out. And I don't really want to do that right now. All right, so let me get the edges really well. And let's not put her upside down. Let's get her up on the top, straight. And I'm going to put this underneath. I need a semi-hard surface to rub all these air bubbles out. Make sure it is attached to the page underneath. Okay. If you want to send me something, do you mail it to, I believe, let me look real fast. I believe, yes, the FIBS book page address, yes. It is in the description box below if you want to send me something for the FIBS book or anything. Oops. Oops. There's an address in the description box below. You'll probably have to wait for, you might have to wait for the live stream to be over, but it is in the description box below, address to send stuff. All right. So that is it glued in. I'm liking that. Thank you, Melissa. Let me get back situated here. Uh-oh. My stream health just went red. Are you guys having trouble? Hi, Melanie. Hi, Marley. Let me know if you're having trouble. Not that I can do anything about it. And it just seemed to go red all of a sudden. Hello, Kathleen. And I am going to add paint to this. Let's see here. Please excuse me while I turn around and find some paint that will go with it. Here's some sterling silver. I have a thing of paint that is not good. And I'm not sure. Oh, there's another one. And I don't remember which one it is. I meant to throw it away. I never did. So it got mixed back in. Ooh, we could do some white too. That might look nice. Why don't I just use those two? And I am going to use, I think I'm going to use a baby wipe. No, I'm going to use a credit card. Use a credit card. No trouble? Are you sure? Oh. You went to use your coupon and found the The Inca Gold on clearance. You found some. They are getting rid of all that. So everybody go down to your Joann's and see if they've got any left, man. That stuff is awesome. That would be a great one. Where are my Inca Golds? Let me put some white on here first. And I'm just going to add, actually I want to get rid of these images so I don't get paint on them because I want to use them and I don't want them to be painted over at this point. Let me just put it, yeah, all the Inca Golds at Joann's are on clearance. I don't think they're going to carry it anymore, so they're getting rid of it. So if you find it, get it, man, get it. Whatever color you can find. I'm going to put some over the edges. I'm going to need a whole lot more paint than that, and maybe even have to use my fingers. Uh-oh. I don't know if I like. The white doesn't seem to be working for me. Let's see what the metallic silver does. It's one of these that just does not, and that's it right there. It does not work. It doesn't have any pigment in it. Do I have a piece of paper? Just to investigate here if it's the paint or what. Hi, Kathy. Okay. So it just doesn't seem to have any pigment in it. Right? Is it just me? Doesn't seem right. Let's check this other one out. Green, yellow, orange, copper, and hem. Yeah, that dark. See, and that was the same way. I think it's the paint. See, there's nothing there. It's just wet. So that's not right, people? It's just not, it's not just me, right? That's just not the way it should be. So why would both of them, it must be, they must have done something wrong with the paints. I think I bought a second one just to see. And I don't want to stand in line forever and get it returned. Huh. It's not right. Don't like it. I did shake them. I did. And it still turned out bad. Okay, so let me shake it again. Let me get a chopstick out. Get a chopstick and mix it around. Whoops. Now it's dripping. Now let's see what this looks like. Same thing. Same thing. You spread it around and there's nothing there but wetness. So it's just not right, correct? There's nothing there. Not like it should be. See, I can see it here before I do anything with it. Just paint with a chopstick. I do have a card for chopstick, a stick. It was on one of my challenges here, really, it was last one or the one before. Use a chopstick. I do that quite often. Chopstick painting. It is on a card already. So I'm not happy with it. I'm not happy with it. It looks it's so light though. Metallic paint doesn't do that usually. The metallic paint, you can't see through it when you use it full force. If I were to use the same brand in purple, you can see it. It covers the bottom. It covers stuff. I've got so much paint on this one now. It's buckling. But you can see the difference. This is actual paint. There's paint on this paper and not the silver. It's kind of there, but it's not really there. How does it look on dark paper? I just happen to have one here. Let's move this over so I don't ruin it. Let's take a look. It's folk art. Yeah, it's folk art. Well, it looks like it's silver there, but it's nothing like the purple. I mean, look at that. Well, maybe that's the way silver looks then, huh? But it looks so light. Really? It's just a light color, so it shows through. All right. I'm a little disappointed. Just a little. But it's in my Anything Goes book, so this is the place for that stuff to not be quite right. I might just leave that. It does look better on the dark. It doesn't cover, yeah, it's not covering stuff. It's not making me happy. I don't know. I'm going to leave the page. It's really, really wet and wrinkled. I am going to leave it for now and come back when it's dry and see what happens and put something else on top of it, or another coat of the paint or something. But, you know, you found your Anything Goes book after losing it for 6 weeks. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. I have things go missing often, and there is a brand that I like, not necessarily folk art, but deco art is usually pretty good. This one's metallic deco art, but I think Anita's, I get this at Hobby Lobby, or I did get this one at Hobby Lobby. I need another book to work in while this one dries. Hi, Tina. Actually, I can bring back this book. It's probably dry enough now. I like it. It's really busy. You can hardly see the little deer here. Dark blue metallic is your problem, child? I mean, I like it. I'm very happy with it now. I'm more happy with it now than I was. And I might just leave that as it is. I think what I want to do, if I'm going to use this metallic, I am just going to make a background since I've got some more time. Deer always hide. That they do. Hi, Marcia. So you are supposed to look for them in the forest. You're right. They always hide. You're back from your Viking ocean cruise. A Viking ocean cruise? It's like a Viking theme cruise? Let's see here. I'm going to put some of this tissue paper down. Like that. Actually, I'll put the straight edge on the straight edge. And I'm just going to put glue on the page because I'm going to put paint over it anyway. Makes it easier because tissue paper gets flimsy and hard to deal with when it gets wet with glue. I'm just going to put it on the edge. And some wrinkles are good. And I need some more glue right there. Oh, that sounds interesting. Was it on C or I never heard of that. That sounds really interesting. And then I am going to put some tissue paper over here. Straight edge on a straight edge. Some smaller bit up here. I love tissue paper. And I've got this last little bit, so I might as well add that too. And I'll just put it right there. Let's see if we can not get hair on it. All right. Okay, get that all glued down. And I'm just going to play. I'm going to play, you guys. You're clumsy with tissue paper. Well, that's the way to be. That's the way to glue it down if you're clumsy with tissue paper. Just put the glue down on the page and then put the tissue paper on top. It helps. So I've got this. The purple has covered the lines pretty much, but that silver has not. You see that? Kinda. I don't know. I'm not real happy with that. Not happy with it at all. Okay, so then what I want to do is use one of my homemade stamps. Clean it off a little bit. And stamp some teal. Circles on circles. And that's not knocking on the door, that's me making noise with my stamp pad because I can't stamp quietly like a normal person. Send the video to the manufacturer and they will most likely fix the issue or replace the paint. And I've got two of them to do the same that do the same thing. I thought I had a faulty paint. So I bought another one thinking at a different store, thinking that would solve the problem. And it didn't. It didn't solve the problem. I knew you'd like that, Vicky. It's been a while since I've done any circles. And now that I've started, I can't stop. Isn't that fun? Is that enough circles? Probably enough circles. All right. That's enough circles. And then I am going to use this turquoise. Nope, it says topaz. Topaz? Isn't topaz? Isn't that... Yours are Art Deco from Michaels and they don't cover, but they do shimmer. This is Anita's. I think I got this one at Hobby Lobby. Topaz, isn't that a yellow color? It's not. T-O-P-A-Z. That's just strange. Don't know if I like that. All right, so I'm going to use this baby wipe. And smudge some paint around. See, I like the color of that so much more than that silver. And I like silver. I don't know. I like it. What else do I need to put on there? There are different colors of topaz. Topaz? Topaz is yellow. I don't understand. It should be turquoise. Let's see. I have ice blue metallic, but I think I want to, and blue sapphire in the folk art. What else do I have? Extreme glitter. I don't want the white spaces. So what do I want to do? Should I use some of this metallic paint that I don't like? Put it in the white spots. Let's see what happens here. Let's see what happens. That's interesting. It's interesting. White topaz? Really? Hi, Scotty. I don't think I saw you come in. It's many colors, Diane says. All right. I always think of yellow when I think of topaz. It's just me. See, and where I put the silver, it's starting to buckle. It's like it's got too much water in it or something. The turquoise didn't do that. The topaz didn't do that. So, of course, I'm going to put some more silver on. Make sure I really don't like it. Gotta make sure I hate it. Oh. Okay, let's put that away. Put that away. And maybe drop some more of that on. In those white spaces. And I might just come back later when that dries, add some more stuff to it. I'm just having fun here. It looks better on this paper. If I keep it thick and don't really spread it out, it looks a little bit better too. I don't know if it's going to dry well, but I didn't spread it down really thin like I did over there. Kind of like it though. I kind of like this turquoise splotchy bit quite a bit too. See, it looks funny to me. You see this spot right here? Right there. See how it looks all white? I had the silver paint there and it just kind of came off. It's just weird. It's just weird. I'm not liking it. So we're just going to munch some of this topaz. On those spots. And hope for the best. I like that a little bit better. I don't know, there's something about that silver I just don't like. It's just not right. All right, so I like that. I might like it better when it dries. I guess we'll have to see what happens with it when it dries. This is on this test paper. It's dry and it's kind of shimmery, but oh, maybe I did do glue stick on it and it's acting like a resist. That could be it too. That could be it too. It might be user error. But I've got a pretty turquoise page now to do something with later. I like that. I like that. Yeah, no, it's not coming off. It's not coming off. No. No. Nope, it's not coming off at all. No. I don't know. I'm not going to worry about it. Hi, Patricia. There's got to be something wrong with the paint. I need to find a nice silver that'll be pretty. Of course, Inca Gold tops everything, so I stopped looking now. I probably just need to throw away those silvers. So next time I pull it out to use, tell me to throw it away, that it's defective, that I don't like it. Guys, tell me. Tell me, tell me. Okay. So, I need to let that one dry. How far or how close are we to letting this one be dry? Oh, it's still pretty wet. Still pretty wet. So maybe I should just add some paint to this little guy so I can get him finished up. Where do I find that one? No, I had silver, Vicky. I had silver. Trying to figure out where. Got my Delusions paint up here so I can use them up and get rid of them. So it's not here anymore. I did have them right here, but I moved them. In the basket. I have the silver and the old silver and the gold and the hematite and the purple, well, the violet, and the copper, the lava red, steel blue, green yellow, and the orange. I have them. I'll have to wait for that other stuff to dry before I can put that over, but I might put some of that silver on the top of that because I think it would make it look very, very nice. So yeah, I have the silver. I'll get it out later. Let me add some paint. Let me add some paint to some of these pages. I need to, here's a nice one that I need to add some paint to. So, let me just add some paint to this one. Actually, I'll use a card. And I do love this metallic olive, what is this? Lime green. I don't think I've used that one before. I think that one's a new one. I thought I was getting peridot, how do we say that? scrape some paint. I wonder what that looks like. Oh, okay. Yeah, this little tiny one needs to be finished. And I don't see, this one is Anita's and this one is folk art. I really don't see much difference in the color. It's like exactly the same color. Isn't that funny? Oh well. Exactly the same color. Yes, I like this little book too. It needs to be done so it can go into the done pile. And I do need to work on my little, thanks, Melissa. I don't shop online, but I know other people do. Oops, I'm getting my elbow and stuff. So I need to be working on my little art journal because I would like to get this guy finished sometime this year, and my year is ending quickly. So I know it needs paint somewhere. It needs images too. It needs stamping. Hi, Artsy Marilyn. How are you? Yeah, I can't buy more paint right now. I've got to use up what I've got. I need to use it up. Let me put a little bit of that paint on this page. Because it seems like it needs some paint. Just a little bit. So I'm hoping to get this art journal finished and back into a cover before the end of the year. And it seems like there's quite a few pages that need a little something. I have a new one, Christmas green. What better month to use Christmas green than in December? Hi, Gracie. So let's see what happens or what it looks like. It is definitely Christmas green. Wow. It is. That is green. That is green, green, green. So I need to add some images and some papers to this. and get it done. Get it done. All about the get it done. Kind of like the image on that, even though I chopped it off. Don't know what it is, but I'm not really sure what it is. A harvester. A self-binding harvester. Yay. So let's just chop it up and put it on this page. It is a nice green, isn't it? Yeah, Christmas green. Who knew? I didn't know. I don't know if I really want the words on there. Now that I've chopped it all up into a million different pieces. There we go. I got glue all over my fingers. Hi, Jillian. Hi, Kiki. I'm hardly working. Ha ha ha. I'm playing. Even though I didn't get my work done today. All right. So then I'll have to add some more stuff to it later. There's another image from that page. Does it need to go on here? That's probably too much image. Too much. It's too much. Am I going to show patterns today? Patterns of, what was I going to do? Hi, Emily. Patterns of what? Patterns of, uh-oh. Did I forget to do something? That's pretty much dry. Did I forget to do something again? Where I get my optical, oh, the pattern book. Oh, I can grab it real fast. Let me grab it real fast. Now I'm not seeing it. I don't know where I put it. I will have to grab it another time. I'm not sure where I've done something with it, so I won't lose it. And I'm not sure where I put it. It's probably on my bookshelf somewhere, and I'm just not seeing it amongst all the other books. I will show it. Next time. Sorry, forgot all about it. I do apologize. So that is my time. And all my pages, all my books are wet, so I can't really do a whole lot more. I've got videos I still need to make and get uploaded. There's quite a few on my list here to get done. And I'm hoping that will happen soon, within the next few minutes. So I am happy that you guys are all spent some time with me today. And I will look for that pattern book. I don't know where I would have put it. And I will share it next time. Remind me again, Thilda. Remind me again. Because it's a great book. I don't even know if it's still in print. You know, Barnes & Noble doesn't even carry clip art books anymore. And that's where I got it. I'm sure you can find them online, but it's very discouraging when you go into a bookstore and ask for a clip art book, any clip art book, and they have no idea what you're talking about. What's a clip art book? Children these days. What are you gonna do? So, thanks everyone for being here and spending some time with me and letting me relax a little bit between videos. I've got quite a list of books that I want to get finished. Bye, Vicki. Vicki's having Taco Tuesday. So thanks everyone. I'm sure I still have the book. I just don't know where it exactly is at the moment. I will look for it and grab it and put it somewhere near, so that you guys can see it. Before I go, I just want to say I have this book, and I am going to offer it up for sale for $10. It is a very old book. It is $18.99, and it is extremely, extremely heavy. When I bought it, I did not realize that it's a religious book, and I don't like to use anything with any kind of religion in my collages or my books or anything. So I won't be using it that way. I just think it's disrespectful, and I just don't do that. So I wouldn't have bought it if I had known. Hello, Purple Haze. If I had known it was a religious book, I wouldn't have gotten it. So it is extremely heavy. It is 1 pound 8 ounces. So it would have to be sent priority mail. but it's got all kinds of cool things in it. And it is $18.99, so it is a little bit old. It is an old book. So if anybody has an interest in this book, I will sell it for $10. Just email me and let me know that you want it. It would make a great gift. Look at that wonderful illustration. Love it. Love it. All right. Sure is. It's a pretty book, and it's really heavy. It is really heavy. But I will not use it for anything. And I do not have the space just to hang on to things. So it is coming apart a little bit. So it is probably leather bound. It's really old. So let me know if anybody is interested in that. It would make a great gift for someone. Let me know, and thank you all for being here. Have a great rest of your week. I will see you on Sunday. And I'm not sure exactly what we'll do on Sunday. Something fun, I hope, because I'm going to have to relax from all the videos that I need to be making. All right. Thanks, everyone. Goodbye.